So you're preparing by putting a flashlight on your bike for all the tunnels.
That's correct.
That we'll be going through.
There's one on your bike, there's one on each of the bikes. Now I got two here, and you guys got two because you got your hut.
We've got headlamps as well, that's right. We are preparing to take on the route of the Hiawatha. And with us to tell us all about this route and how we got here is our tour guide, Mr. Ed Renke. Well, before you tell us about the ride we're going to go on, why don't you tell us a little bit about the drive we took to get here?
Well, we drove down I-90 from Kellogg into Wallace, and
Wallace, silver capital of the world.
Yes, and got on the Moon Pass Road, which has only been open for about a month because of snow. Although we didn't have any snow issues, we did see some snow, but a mile or two out of Wallace, the road changes to gravel, and we have dusted up the cars and the bikes again today.
Collected more dust, yes. Yep.
So, we drove all the way down to the Pearson Trailhead, which is the bottom of the Hiawatha trail that we're going to ride today. The route of the Hiawatha is 15 miles. It's part of the old Milwaukee. One of the transcontinental railroads went from St. Paul, Minnesota to Tacoma, Washington.
The last of the transcontinental railroads, they claim.
I believe that's what the sign says. Yes.
Yeah. So this is how long of a ride is this today?
15 miles. We go up 1,000 feet. And we come back down 1,000 feet.
That's right. And we're choosing to go up first and down second to...
That's correct, because you guys are young and strong.
Okay, well, we'll see how strong we are when we get done.
All right, so as I understand it, we are starting here in Pearson, and we're riding up the trail first. That's our plan. We are choosing not to take a shuttle. We're going to ride up it. You can see all the different trestles and tunnels that we're going to go through as we head up the trail. And in fact, we will go into Montana halfway through this trail, or this tunnel rather, that is extremely long. So, should be a great trip.
This is the start of our ride on the trail of the Hiawatha. We're going to use a little different camera technique this time instead of on my helmet, which annoys everyone, including myself. We'll do a couple of travel logs en route as we go. So we're just getting started, going up the hill. We'll see how out of breath I am in a few miles. We're gonna go up there.
Early bird.
Hello.
Hey.
Wow, that's a panorama. Yeah. Tunnel number 3 on our route, straight ahead. .470 feet. Put your headlight on.
These
1,759 miles from Chicago. So that tunnel is 400 and some feet. The last one we'll go through today at the top, 7,000 feet. We're looking forward to that. Just after we went through tunnel number 3 or tunnel 3, this is now trestle number 1.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to be right up there.
Oh, wow.
This is our first trestle that we've been going over, and we are significantly high above the ground. So if you're afraid of heights, you may want to look away right now. Well, we continue to head up, but you can see from where we came all the way down there. It's one of the trestles that we were at earlier. I've lost track of how many tunnels we've gone through, but I'm going across a trestle, and now we're going through a tunnel. That's pretty dark, wasn't it?
It was. It's not too bad with all the lights.
Yeah, the reflectors helped a lot, didn't they? This is the tunnel that is closed, and we are going to go around it. But we'll get to enjoy some more of this scenic countryside while we do it. So I can't complain. Downhill, can't believe it. Hi there. We're just gonna sneak preview what it's gonna be like when we actually go down the mountain for real. Because we're still on our way up, but we're getting a little brief reprieve here as we bypass the tunnel that's caved in due to the fault. Well, we decided to take advantage of a nice view for a lunch stop. How many miles are we from the top, Ed?
I think about 3 or 4.
Yeah. That means we've gone about 50 then, right? No?
About 10.
Okay. just stopped for lunch. Now we're gonna finish the rest of the climb. Beautiful up here, absolutely beautiful. Well, we're approaching at last the big tunnel. And before we get there, we've got quite a flow of water up here. Of course, there's still snow on the mountains. You've seen that in the other pictures. And I can see if I can navigate this with one hand on my bike, one hand on the camera, safely through. And here we go, nearing the top. So we'll put our coats on when we get up in here in the tunnel because it's gonna be very cold. And we'll be in there for probably 10 or 15 minutes in the tunnel. So then we'll get through the tunnel, then we'll turn around and go back through the tunnel to come back down the mountain. So look at this. That is we're at the halfway point of the big tunnel. Well, I don't know about the halfway. I can see where we came from, and I can see my breath. Got a ways to go yet. Well, we're almost through this tunnel, I think. There's light ahead. We're hoping that's the end of the tunnel. Might just be a turn and a trestle. We're not certain where we are. Let's take a look. We're escaping. We've emerged and the sun is shining. We've reached the top. Beautiful day. Wow. The sun feels really good after that tunnel. It feels about, they said 35 degrees. I don't know if it was that cold, but it's probably in the 40s, especially when you're moving. It's chilly. But we're through it. Yeah, we still have snow on the ground here in June. Yeah.
So you guys gonna ride back down?
Oh yeah, the car is.
Well, heck, that's the easy part. We did the hard work already, right? Yeah.
You always got to take advantage of the reward. Right?
So how many people do you have come through here each season typically?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many people do you have come through each season typically?
82,000. That number tends to increase every year though.
82,000, my goodness. That's popular, huh? I can see why, it's a beautiful ride. Well, we reached the end of our journey. We're back down to the Pearson trailhead after a really fast descent. I don't know how much time it took us to come down, but it was probably about a third of the time that it took us to come up. Pretty fast coming down, so sign says it all.